Okay, with part one completed, it's time to move on to step two, which is the upper saucer. So, as you can see, I got the upper saucer here, and what I'm going to do is, because it's going to be lighted, I'm going to put a couple of coats of primer to light block on the inside and the outside. I'm going to do just like I did in step one with B and C deck, where I'm going to put primer on, and on the inside I'm going to put the bright white spray paint in order to help dissipate and brighten the inside. So I'll start by trimming off all the extra plastic, and then I'll put on my first coat of primer. Okay, so I put a second coat on the inside of the top half of the primary hull. I learned the hard way that probably shouldn't be spraying the primer or anything in the house that's something on something this big. The paint gun is different, it's a lot smaller, but the size of this model, I recommend really doing it outside. I know they sell like little kits, like with little walls and a ventilation system, but yeah, I would recommend doing this outside. And part of the reason that I share my videos with you guys is so that you can learn from my mistakes and make yours that much better than this one comes out. So when this is dry, I'm going to prime the other side of the of this half, and I'm going to paint the inside white, bright white. I'll put a couple of coats on that, and then I'll put a couple of coats of paint on the top side. Alright, so I went ahead, I got 2 coats of primer on the top half and on the bottom half. And then I put 2 coats of bright white gloss finish. That way there, when everything is lit up on the inside, the light will reflect nicely. And then I put 2 coats of the finish paint on the top half. So it's all set. The painting and priming is done for this piece. Now I'm able to finish the assembly instructions and do the wiring for the top of the saucer section. Okay, so I got the island part of the top of the saucer section attached. Let me show you guys what I did. In order to block the light that could be coming through, I used acrylic adhesive, and what I did was, not only will it help hold it in place, but it'll block the light that will be coming through. Let me show you guys that. There's a bright light over there, and put that in front of the light. As you can see, there's no light block, so that stuff does a pretty good job, because I wanted something that was strong, durable, but if I need to sand it later, I could. And this stuff is actually working pretty good. So that's in place. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start putting all the other things together. Okay, so I went ahead and I done all the assembly. So the assembly part is done for the top of the saucer section. and you can see I put an epoxy, well, kind of like an acrylic adhesive to block the light, and the bottom is all set, painted white, and it's all set to get the wiring started for the Polar Lights, the wiring kit that I got. So what I'll do is I'll wire it, and I'll probably put the decals on, you know, the registry numbers and the name. And then I'll show you guys an update when I'm done the wiring. Alright, so I went ahead and I cut the pieces of the LED tape and I fit everything together. And I kind of did a layout on where the wires are going to go. And I don't know about you guys, but I got the, I like to use the glue gun to keep everything in place. And I'll go ahead and I'll glue everything. I'll hot glue it, and then when it's finished, I'll show you guys what it looks like. Okay, so I did the wiring. The wiring is all in place, and I hot glued them into position. And I've got the 4 leads coming off. That's going to go to the circuit board, and the circuit board is going to be in the lower half of the saucer section. And everything is hot glued into place. The LED strips, hot glue, and the bridge is going to be lit up, and it's going to be lighting up the dome. And you got the running lights, the green and the red, and that's pretty much it for the inside of the upper half of the saucer section. Let me flip it over for you, and short of the decals on the top, it'll be finished. Like I said, I'm going to put the decals on, but not the weathering. The weathering will be last. But I'll put the registry decals on, and the saucer section upper half will be complete. Alright, so as you can see, I put the decals on, and the final details. What I'm going to do is, for a final assembly, I'll do the weathering decals, and that's after the whole saucer section is together, before the final assembly for the ship. As I think the paint color came out nice. Again, I went with the Battleship Gray. It's a little bit darker. I'm hoping that when I put the clear coat on, the finish coat, that it doesn't really darken it up, but yeah, I'm pretty pleased. You can see again the bridge, and you can see the underneath. I got all the wires ready to hook into the circuit board that's going to go into the lower saucer section, and it's all set, it's all wired, it's all ready to go, and basically the upper saucer section, part 2 of the instructions, are complete. Let me put this back down for you. And I'll be moving on to step 2, which is the lower, step 3, which would be the lower saucer section. So I'll be priming it and painting it and wiring it. And I'll do another video when I'm done that. But hope you guys liked this video. This was for step 2, the upper saucer, and everything that I'm doing wrong, you guys can see and do right on your model. So, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.